Hello guys. Let's just analyze Bitcoin together. Let's do a top-down analysis on Bitcoin. Okay. I'll start on the weekly time frame and then go down to the lower time frame. Right, let me just put these things aside so that we do a proper top-down analysis on Bitcoin. Okay, let me just put these things aside so that we do a top-down analysis on a Bitcoin, right? So guys, looking from since September, yes, looking from September 29 September 2005, you can clearly see that Bitcoin has been moving towards the downside. It has been in a downtrend since last year. Bitcoin has been in a downtrend, creating lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, and we have a lower low. Okay, we have a break here of structure. So we were expecting Bitcoin to go down, do a lower low, and then come back up to do what? A lower high, continue like that. But since right now it looks like price is holding, it's holding above this area, we are going to see if will it hold above this area or will it continue moving towards the downside. This is on the weekly. We are just doing a top-down analysis on Bitcoin. This is just a top-down analysis on Bitcoin. So now that we have established all these things, now that we have established that on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is bearish. The overall direction of Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is what is bearish. Bitcoin is bearish. When you look at Bitcoin from since last year, 29 September 2005, Bitcoin has been bearish. I'll repeat that. Bitcoin has been bearish. So the overall direction, okay, the overall direction from this point to this point is bearish. Forget about this part. Let's just focus on what is happening here. Okay, let's just focus on that. That at this Bitcoin is bearish since last year, right? So now let's remove all these lines here so that we can see the chart better, for us to do a top-down analysis on Bitcoin to see where Bitcoin is heading to from where it is now. Is it going to explode or is it still going to drop, right? So since Bitcoin has been creating lower lows and lower highs, we have a break of structure here, and it moved towards the downside, and we have the last break of structure around here. Okay, if I can make my candlestick big so that you see what is happening around this area. Currently bitcoin currently bitcoin is holding above this area. Oh, it is holding above this area currently. Okay, we're expecting a lower low, but currently bitcoin is holding above this area. Okay, still trading above this area. So what we're expecting, since from last year September 2005, bitcoin has been creating lower lows and lower highs. We're expecting bitcoin from this point to go down to this area maybe, and then from there it creates maybe another lower high. So and then okay, but it is still holding above this area. It is still holding above this area on the weekly time frame. We are on the weekly time frame. So we want to see if bitcoin is going to drop, or it is going to come back and test this area. Okay, we still want to see if bitcoin is going to drop, or it's going to come and test this area, or continue moving towards the upside. All right, so we need to move to the daily time frame. Remember, this is a top down analysis, right? We are breaking down bitcoin bit by bit to see its direction. Let me just show like this so that guys see what is happening. So since we have a break of structure here, it means that there is an order block. Let me just we have an order block around this area. We have an order block around this area, right? We have an area here that we need to mark, because around this area, that's where we need to watch what bitcoin does. Because if we are going to ignore here and we continue holding our buy entries, we might end up making a loss. So it's very important for us to mark this area, because it is an area of sensitivity. We are on the weekly time frame. This is a top-down analysis. We want to see, remember, we want to see if bitcoin is going to continue moving towards the upside, or it's going to drop. So we need to move to the daily time frame. This is a top-down analysis, guys, on bitcoin, the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily. We're going to break down bitcoin, and we're going to see where it is going. Okay, we are going to see where bitcoin is going. So far on the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see bitcoin is moving towards the upside. This doesn't mean that Bitcoin is bullish. Okay? It doesn't mean that Bitcoin is bullish, but we are just looking at what the 4-hour time frame is telling us, because on the weekly you can see that Bitcoin, it has been bearish since Bitcoin has been bearish since September 29 September 2005. It has been dropping since last year. That's what Bitcoin was doing. But here on the 4-hour time frame, we see a consolidation. Like Bitcoin is trading sideways. There is no clear direction. Okay, on the 4-hour time frame, it is trading sideways. It is consolidating. There is no clear direction. It is consolidating on the weekly. So for us to know where it is going, we need to wait on the 4-hour. It's showing us that we need to wait for what? For a breakout. Either we wait for a break, retest below for a sell, or break above a retest for a buy. Okay, for a buy. But as long as the market is like this on the 4-hour time frame, there is no clear direction for Bitcoin where it is going. But you can take that. That doesn't mean that you cannot trade or make some money from Bitcoin. Okay, that doesn't mean you cannot make money on Bitcoin, because you can just take scalps and short-term trades on Bitcoin, right? You can take advantage of some small movements. But if you are looking at a long term, if you are a long-term investor, rather wait for a breakout. Rather wait for a breakout. This indicates that it's not a right time for you to buy and hold Bitcoin. I'll repeat that. This indicates that right now it's not the right time for you to invest on Bitcoin. Okay? You rather wait for a break and retest. Then you can buy from here and hold maybe up until this area. Okay? Because still around this area we have a resistance level. We have a resistance level. Remember, we marked this area from the daily time frame. We marked this from the daily time frame. Okay, so if you are going to buy and hold Bitcoin for maybe a long, you rather wait for it to break out, retest, then you hold it up until this area. Okay, if you are going to buy and hold, maybe expecting your to double your money on Bitcoin, you rather wait for it to break above and retest. But right now it's not the right time for you to buy Bitcoin. Looking at a long term trade is not the right time. Okay, this thing has been dropping since last year. So when will Bitcoin explode? When will it explode? If you are looking at a long term, it will explode when it breaks out of this area. Then from there, we'll look for whatever test around this area, and then take it to the upside. But for now, it's not the right time for you to invest on Bitcoin, buy and hold. No, I don't think so. According to technical analysis, according to what I'm looking at from the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour. But we are still going to break it down to see if we can get a short-term trade on Bitcoin. Hey, if you are trading Bitcoin, we are going to check if we can get something from Bitcoin. But right now, you can see it is consolidating, trading sideways. According to price action, you don't trade when market is consolidating if you are a swing trader. But the market is like this, you're not executing any trade, but you rather wait for a breakout. So does that mean we cannot maybe get some entries from here, maybe around here, then you take it to this area, or from here you take it to this? We are going to check if we can maybe get some trades inside this box. So for us to get some short-term trades, we need to move to the smaller time frames. We need to move to smaller time frames in order for us to get such opportunities. Okay. Let's move to this is the daily, not the 4 hours. Sorry guys, this is the daily time frame, not the 4 hour. Let's check the 4 hour time frame. What is happening on the 4 hour time frame? Quickly check what is happening on the 4 hour time frame. Guys, please, we are still trying to grow the family. You can kindly subscribe and follow us on WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp trading channel. The link is in the description. Okay. Now we are on the 4 hour time frame. We are on the 4 hour time frame, and looking at the 4 hour time frame. Still, the market is consolidating. There is no clear direction. On the 4 hour time frame, let me just remove this box. Okay. On the 4 hour time frame, still the market is trading sideways. There is no clear direction, but you can see that Bitcoin is trading at a support level. This is a support level, area of sensitivity. It has just tapped an area of sensitivity around here. You can see the price from here started to shoot towards the upside, and it came back down, tapped into this same area again, and it shoot towards the upside. And right now it came back. Okay, so we are having a first touch, second touch, and now we are having another touch around this area. Okay, so we're having 1, 2, 3. It means that this area, it's a strong support level. This area, it is very strong, because price has been failing it has been failing to break below. It has been failing to break below this area. Okay, we just remove all these arrows, guys. This platform, to be honest, I'm still new on trading view. I normally analyze on the MetaTrader 5 app. That's where I normally analyze, but I just thought that no, because this platform, it has more like tools for you to analyze the market. I should jump into trading view so that I can analyze the market better. But yeah, we are having this support level, which is a verified support, because you can see that whenever the market comes around this area, it pushes towards the upside. We've seen it here, and we're expecting the very same thing here. But for us to know that it will push towards upside from here, we need to see if we get confirmations. We need to look for confirmation here that is it going to the upside or not. Let's go back to the daily. Let's go back to the daily to see what the daily time frame is telling us. Okay, so you can see that the price moved with a strong momentum towards the downside and got rejected here, got some rejection here, and now it is going for a retracement, to retest. Okay, that's what we can see on the daily time frame. We're expecting a little bit of a pullback. That's what the daily is showing us. Let's go back to the 4-hour now. The daily is telling us that there is a pullback or a retest that is taking place. And the 4-hour, we can see like we have a first touch here. Having a first touch, we're having a second touch here. Also having a third touch here, and a little bit of liquidity sweep. Okay, so this tells us that the market has collected liquidity for it to push to the upside. But will it continue pushing towards the upside? Don't know. Let's confirm on the 1-hour time frame now. Let's check the 1-hour time frame. What is happening on the 1-hour time frame? Because when I look from this point, okay, when I look from this area, let me remove this zone. You can see that the market managed to break this low. It closed, it had a full body close below this low. Okay, which this tells us that now we are having another block or an area of sensitivity around this area. We have an area of sensitivity around this area. So For one to sell, must expect the market maybe to test this area. Test this area. Let me just mark it like this, to test this area. Okay. Market must come and test this area, because since the daily is telling us that we are on the pullback, the market is going for a retest. The daily is showing us that the market is going for a pullback. So the 4-hour, there's nothing much that we can establish on the 4-hour rather than marking our order block or area of sensitivity. Okay, so the 1-hour time frame. What is the 1-hour time frame showing us? Currently, on the 1-hour time frame, there's nothing much that we can tell, but what I want to see before I take the buy, what I want to see before I take a buy, is that the market breaks this high. I want to see the market breaking this high. Okay, let me just put some arrows so that you guys see what I'm expecting to see. I want the market to break this high. When it breaks this high, I would know that now I have, let me just this. I would have a double bottom. Okay, we have a double. Guys, let me just show you something. There's something that I've learned these past few days from the market. Something that I've noticed. Let me just move to a blank area. I want to show you something. We are having a double bottom that is like this, and a double bottom that has equal highs, and there is a double bottom that doesn't have equal highs, double bottom that is like this, and we also have a double top that has equal highs, and we have another one that doesn't have equal highs. All this rough sketch, they are reversal patterns, but you must be very careful. This is the normal. This is the double bottom that we are used to. It's the normal one, or the double top that we are used to. What I've noticed is that these kind of double bottom or double top, they are very, very dangerous. By dangerous, I mean like you can lose money from this kind of a double bottom or double top if you don't have an understanding of the market, or you just come to the market with an understanding that no, a double bottom is a reversal pattern for a buy and a double top is a reversal pattern for a sell. What I've noticed is that whenever I wait for a breakout and a retest and place my buy, okay, let me just show you something here, a rough sketch, because right now you won't be able to see what I want you to see. Whenever I try to sell from a double top that has equal highs, the market normally, it goes up, takes me out, and then goes down. This is what I've been experiencing for years. And I've finally gotten an answer why the market takes me out before going towards the direction? It's because here on a double bottom or double top that has equal highs, there is a lot of liquidity that is resting on this area. And remember, the market must take liquidity before it moves. Sometimes it doesn't even come back, but it continues moving towards the other direction. So, but this kind of a double bottom or double top is the same, guys, the same. Eh? But this kind, whenever I take a sell from this kind, it becomes profitable. It becomes profitable. Why? Because already this high was taken out. This acts as a liquidity sweep. Eh? Focus on this kind of a double top that doesn't have equal highs, and avoid double top or double bottom that has equal highs, and you'll see. Okay, I might not have explained it clearly, but I think you have a clue. By now you have a clue of what I'm trying to show you. Okay, back on the chart. Now, what I want to see from Bitcoin is that it breaks I want to see it break above here and then come back for maybe whatever that is here. Then I look for a buy, because I would know that now I have a double bottom that doesn't have equal highs. A break outside of this high which tell me that there is a change in state of delivery. Then I will wait for market to maybe pull back and retest before I take a buy to this area. This will be my target. But now I'll patiently wait for a breakout. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Maybe it will show us better. Okay, we have a clear picture for what I'm talking about. Okay, what I want to see on Bitcoin. Okay, this will be my first target. When the market, when Bitcoin breaks above, let me just write it down. Just write all these things that I'm saying down. Okay. Just write it down. Add it back to my text now. Wait for the break full body candle break and close above, break and close above 63 to 5. Okay, wait for, it's what I want to see. break, and then so we're going to have something like this. I will not rush to sell, to buy. I will not rush to buy. I mean, a full body, and then from there must come back to test whatever that will be here. It can be fair value gap or an order block, whatever that will be around here. Wait for the market to tap that area. Then from there, I will buy. And this will be my first target. From here, if it breaks here, then this will be my last target. Okay. So this is what I want to see on Bitcoin. Yes, it will be a swing trade because you can see this one to be a swing trade. If Bitcoin manages to give me all these things that I'm saying, I'm going to buy and hold. Okay. But for now, I'll wait. I know there are those that already took a buy, and their first target is here. It's here. Their first target is this area right here. They've already took a buy from here and they're targeting this area. But me, I want to see it break above and it comes back here. Then from around here, I'll take a buy. But inside this area, I would not do anything. I will not be doing anything inside this area. I will not be doing anything inside this area. I'm not a scalper. I'm not good when it comes to scalping. I only look at, I'm a day trader. Look at swing trades and intraday. Okay, but yeah, that's my analysis on Bitcoin, guys. That's my analysis on Bitcoin. It's what I want to see. So I have no running trades currently. It's nothing that I have executed on Bitcoin, but I'm still waiting for confirmation if I can buy or not. So let's check other cryptos. Let's check other cryptocurrencies. What do you want me to analyze, guys? Can you give me can you comment with the okay, since it's weekend, those who are trading synthetic indices, let's look at some few synthetic indices since we are waiting for Bitcoin to give us confirmation. Let's look at Boom 600. Boom 600. Let's look at Boom 600. Oh, subscribe. Yeah. Subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. Support. Help us to grow the channel. We are still a small community. We are still a small family. So help us to grow. Let me just put these things aside. Okay. Right now, they are not that important. Let's break down Boom 600. Okay. Start from the weekly time frame. Remember, guys, Boom 600, you can only find it on Derive. So far, that's what I know, that you can only find Boom 600 on Derive. Yeah, if you want to trade Boom 600, these are synthetic indices, they run 24/7. They don't close like currency pairs, okay? And the stock market, they run 24/7. You can trade them even on weekend. So yeah. Now we are looking at bonus 600, and you can see that there's been in a downtrend, and we had our last break of structure here around this area. This was our last break of structure, and the market is trading above this level. So meaning that if it holds above this level, then we should be looking for buying opportunities. Okay, we'll be looking for buying opportunities, especially if it also breaks this level. Okay, if it breaks this level. So right now we are between this low, and the price is between this low and this high. Let's move to the daily time frame. Okay, you can see that the market is busy testing this area. Oh my dear, it's busy testing this area, and this area is very strong, guys. Why am I saying it's very strong? As I've indicated earlier on Bitcoin, that whenever you have touch on a area of sensitivity, it shows that that area is strong. If price touches a support level or a key level 3 times, that key level no longer becomes a key level, but it becomes a major support area or a resistance. So meaning here on boom 600, we are having a major resistance level. Okay, meaning that in this area we can expect the market to go down. Because why? Because we can see that from the past, the market came to test this area and it went down, came back to touch it again, and it was pushed towards the downside. And even now, you can see some rejections around this area. You can see there's a lot of rejections, meaning the market tried to push towards the upside, but it failed. It tried many times to push towards the upside, but it failed. Many times, not just one time, but many times. It shows you that this area is what? It's very strong. It's very strong. Let me put the area here. This area is very strong because we have the first touch, market failed to break. The second time, the market failed to break. And now here, tried to push up to break this area, but it failed. The market tried to push and break this area, but it failed. Still, it is below the price, still below this level. It shows that this area is strong. And look at this week. How many weeks we have here? The weeks that we have on these candlesticks shows that market was trying to push towards the upside and it failed. Tried again to push and it failed. And even now try to push outside, but it failed. So it shows us that this area is strong. we can expect the market to push to the downside, but we must wait for confirmation, guys. You know, wait for confirmation, because the market can break out, can still break out. So we are going to look for confirmations on the smaller time frame. And remember, boom spikes when it goes up. It spikes, but crash, boom spikes towards the upside, and crash spikes towards the downside. Okay, so we should look for confirmation around here, or rather, if we want to buy, you wait for a break and a retest. If you want to buy boom 600, wait for a breakout and a retest, then look for buying opportunities. Okay, but for now, if you are looking for sales, since the market sells when it comes to this area, if you're looking to sell, you need to move to the lower time frame and see if there is any confirmation for you to sell. Let's check the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, it's like we have a CRT. Those who are trading CRT, we have CRT here. Okay, those who are trading CRT, you know, according to CRT, according to the rules of CRT, whenever the market closes within the range of this previous candlestick, when it takes out the low or the high and closes within the range, it means that the market will push towards the upside before maybe going towards the other direction. It must close before moving towards the other direction, or it can still continue moving towards the upside. But according to CRT, it means here we are expecting some the price to go up, but we are not trading CRT. This is just some confirmations for a buy. The first, remember guys, you must have at least 3 confirmations for a certain direction. If you are expecting to sell any instrument, rather wait for 3 confirmations. Have at least 3 confirmations if you want to sell. And if you want to buy, rather have also 3 confirmations. If you only have 1 confirmation for a trade, let's say, like looking at this setup, and you say, we have CRT on boom 600 on the 4 hour time frame, and that's only that you have. No, analyze, move to the smaller time frame to see if you can get maybe other confirmations that verifies that, okay, or that agrees with your direction. Since we are saying we have CRT, let's look for other confirmations if we want to buy from this area to this area. Let's look for other confirmations on the lower time frame. Okay, don't just go with one confluence. check even the 1 hour time frame, what is happening. Look at the 1 hour time frame. Check what is happening on the 1 hour time frame. And also check what is happening on the 15-minute time frame before you take a trade. That is why top-down analysis is very important. Start from the higher time frame. Like on Bitcoin, we looked at the weekly and we move. Let me show you something. Bitcoin, we analyzed it from the weekly and we moved to the daily. Then we came to the 4-hour time frame up until the 15-minute. And that's where we established that we are going to wait for a break at this area, we break outside of this area, and then a retest before we take a buy. That is why we are waiting. That is why now I'm analyzing Boom 600. And same applies on Boom 600. We started on the weekly time frame. We went to the daily and we established that the market is still testing the major support, the major resistance. We are waiting for a breakout. Okay. Now on the 15-minute time frame, there is nothing much that we can say rather than this double bottom. Break, retest, then we're waiting for, expecting the market to push towards this area. Okay. And also, the market can still come test this area before it pushes towards the upside. That's what we can see on the 15-minute time frame. But the smaller time frame is showing us that we should buy Boom 600. It's showing us that we can buy. It confirms, it goes with what the 4-hour time frame is showing us. This 15-minute time frame is agreeing with what the 4-hour is showing us. Okay. So if you're going to take a short-term trade, because we are still testing the resistance level, this level is the resistance level. Okay. We're still testing this area. So see there, you take your buy entry here, take your buy entry here, and then you place your stops here, and you target maybe this area or this area. Since we are looking for confirmations for this CRT that we see on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. We're looking for confirmation for this CRT. Okay, you can see there's a spike now. There's a spike. So yeah, guys, that's it on Boom 600. But so far, I hope you learned one or two things on how I break down the chart. I use top-down analysis. I start from the higher time frame, like the weekly time frame, move to the daily, from the daily, move to the 4 hour. You know, it's very important to do a top-down analysis. It makes the chart to be clear, and you get to learn a lot of things, discover a lot of things in the chart or in the market. But for now on Bitcoin, guys, we are waiting. So wait. Maybe I will end this live and come back when Bitcoin has confirmed all my boxes. Once Bitcoin ticks all these boxes, waiting for a full body break and close above this area, okay, above this area, and then a retest. Yeah, then I'll buy. I'll come back and do a live trading session again where we execute a buy and we see if we are making profit or not. For now, let me sign out. Shalom.